Hello and welcome back to my channel, which is full of resources for you to up-level your relationship. I am Angelica and I'm passionate about living the best relationships I can and assisting you in doing the same. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can join our growing community for more relationship tips. Our topic today is how to fight better. We will discuss 6 skills necessary for having constructive conflicts. And I will also suggest 8 agreements to you to have a fair fight with your partner. And then you can design your own agreements with your partner. Let's be very clear, conflicts in relationships are unavoidable and normal. Having conflicts or disagreements does not indicate that a relationship or marriage is in trouble. How well we do conflicts, however, influences whether we feel safe and happy with each other, and therefore often also determines how long our relationships last. Avoiding conflicts is not doing conflicts well. Sweeping things under the rug breeds resentment and leads to long-term problems. Doing conflict well means addressing disagreements consciously and communicating well with each other when we have a dispute. And here's one more thing we need to know about conflicts. Research done by relationship expert Dr. John Gottman showed that 69% of conflicts that couples have are about perpetual or unsolvable problems. Perpetual problems are based on discrepancies due to different values, different personalities, or different needs. If you want examples for these unsolvable problems, please read one of my blog posts on my website called Constructive, Disagreements in Relationships. The link is in the description below. So when we give up on the idea that everything is solvable, we can replace it with the concept that everything can be talked about in a respectful way, and that we can arrive at compromises regarding these perpetual problems. We might not be able to solve every problem in the sense of settling it or getting rid of the issue, but we can always get to a point of resolving it and, for example, feeling at peace with different needs, viewpoints, or values. According to Dr. John Gottman, constructive conflict management is based on 6 skills. Number 1, soft startups. How we begin a challenging conversation matters. Can we start gently, non-confrontationally, just approaching the topic we want to talk about? Number 2, accepting our partner's influence. Are we willing to listen to their perspective? There's also a link in the description below how beneficial it is when men accept their wife's influence. Conflict management skill number 3, making effective repairs. I also have a link in the description about how to apologizing well. Number 4, if there's a conflict, we might say something slips out, we react spontaneously, but then do we continue or do we practice the skill to stop, pause, and instead of escalating further, de-escalating the conflict? Skill number 5 is the ability to self-soothe. Can I step away from the conflict and do I know how to calm my own nervous system down so I can return calmer and able to have more constructive discussions? And skill number 6, compromising. I must be willing and able to make compromises. When we do conflicts well, we feel safe in the interactions with our partner. For some people, it is easier to feel safe when the other person is angry or raises their voice. That is partially culturally. It also has to do with how we grew up. For other people, anger and conflicts trigger the fight or freeze response. Here are suggestions for useful rules and commitments for you and your partner to have in place before a conflict situation happens, so that both of you can feel safer communicating about challenges. First of all, we need the general attitude that disagreements are an opportunity. See disagreements as a possibility to grow and to become stronger as a team, as a couple. Set the intention to embrace conflicts instead of running away from them. Here's a lovely Gottman quote from the book And Baby Makes Three. Our gridlock conflicts contain the potential for great intimacy between us, but we have to feel safe enough to pull our dreams out of the closet. Here are 8 rules you might want to consider with your partner to fight fairly. Number 1, no blaming others, no blaming your partner, rather taking responsibility for your part in the situation or problem. That attitude goes a long way. Number 2, listen, but not with the goal to convince the partner of your perspective or of your opinion, but with honest curiosity and with the objective to come to greater understanding of your partner's perspective and experience. Number 3, speak calmly and with respect. Whether raising your voice is threatening to your partner depends on their upbringing. So decide together with your partner what their comfort zone is. Sarcasm or contempt are generally destructive and not respectful. Number 4, never ever threaten to leave a relationship when you're having a fight. Lots of people make that mistake, but that creates primal fear and mistrust in your partner. Both partners need to know that the other one is in this for the long haul. 5, ask for timeouts when one or both of you are flooded with emotions, but always make a clear agreement to continue the talk at a time that works for both of you. When you need a break, your partner needs to know that you're committed to finishing the conversation. So set a time frame for this timeout and agree to, for example, come back half an hour later, or to continue this conversation the next day if it is late at night. There is also a link in the description below about how to do timeouts right. Number 6, and that is a little bit more advanced, where you need the awareness of your own parts. You can agree to watch out for your protectors, your protective parts coming up. And instead of speaking from these parts, for example, speaking from anger, do your best to speak for that part. That would sound like this. One part of me feels angry right now. Another part feels scared. And then explain why these parts are feeling this way. If you want to find out more about that concept, please watch my talk, Courageous Love. Again, there's a link below. Rule number 7, connected to rule number 6, let your protective parts step back as much as possible so you can speak from your more vulnerable parts instead. Drop into your heart, soften, be gentle with your partner, and do your best to express your own vulnerable feelings. And rule number 8, very important again, repair effectively and efficiently. The faster you can make amends or repair a rift, the less likely it is going into the long-term memory. And the less likely it is that we begin to see our partner as an ongoing threat. When my partner and I have a fight, we strive to get back to the other one and repair the issue under an hour. And we often find that we very quickly forget again what we were fighting about. That's it for today. I'm planning to record further topics about conflicts and how to release resentments. So make sure you subscribe. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with those who may benefit. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.